Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for February 26th. We're looking at the US Japanese yen pair. This particular pair we're expecting to move as high as 99.55 and as low as 96.30. Look for some resistance to come in around 99.00 and look for support around 97.79 in this particular pair. This pair closed up today. It is moving higher and the bias is definitely to the upside at this point. Looking at the EURUSD, this pair continues to move sideways. It did close up for this session, but the bias is definitely sideways as well. We're looking for a breakout, or we're looking for this pair to move as high as 1.2941 and as low as 1.2550 in this particular pair. Look for some resistance to come in around 127.64. Look for support around 126.89. This pair is just moving sideways for the most part. Looking at the pound US dollar, we're expecting this pair to move as high as 145.44 and as low as 139.55. Look for some resistance around 143.61 and look for support around 142.37. Now this pair is moving sideways as well. The bias is sideways currently. Let's take a look at the US Swiss. This pair definitely is moving sideways. We are expecting it to move possibly as high as 118.29 and as low as 114.94. Look for some resistance around 116.85 and look for support around 11600. Now this pair is also, if you notice, consolidating up. We could definitely get a breakout here in the next session or two of this pair. This pair also created an inside bar today, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. We'll just go ahead and talk about it now, I guess. We have an inside bar. We're looking for basically a break above the 117.43 area and looking for a short around 115.48. No real consensus as to where this is going. It's just something that you need to note, and possibly if you're trading with a trend system, drop down to lower time frames to actually take the trade. Now what I am looking at is the EURUSD. Formed a swing trade today at the close of today, so we're looking to enter the market on a sell stop at 126.90, which we're pretty close to that, and looking to exit this particular trade at 12600. That's a potential profit of 90 pips there, so we're definitely keeping an eye on that trade during this next session. Well, that about does it for today. The US had their durable goods orders came out today. It was worse than expected at negative 5.2% from negative 4.6%. The Eurozone has their CPI being released tomorrow at 5 a.m. Consensus is that it has dropped from 1.6% to 1.1%, and year to date it has held at 1.8%. The U.S. also has their gross domestic product being released for the fourth quarter. That's being released at 8:30 a.m. Consensus is that the GDP has dropped from negative 3.8% to negative 5.4%, which would just further the U.S. Fall into recession if these numbers are accurate. Well, that about does it for today. Remember, we are going into the weekend, and with the market closing, we could see some interesting openings up depending on what goes on over the weekend. So make sure to look at the news. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.